Alright, welcome guys. Today we're going to jump into some Halo again. Last we played, we did the Pillar of Autumn, and then kind of cut it short there. But we'll try to get this next mission going, which is Halo, name of the game. Probably one of my favorite missions, just because it is the most memorable, and I think it even is part of like the box art for the original game, if I remember correctly. It had like a photo of Master Chief like aiming the assault rifle at like center of the box, and then you had like a marine on the right, and either a scorpion or a warthog on the opposite side with a banshee flying overhead. It's very very memorable, and I think it's based on this campaign mission, so that just goes to show how important this mission is to the grand scheme of the game. But yeah, we're playing it on Legendary. It's going to be a pain in the ass until we get the Warthog. Once we get the Warthog, it's kind of smooth sailing. And I'm also going to try to break up the mission into like kind of like a pseudo like guide kind of thing. And it's going based on memory. There may be more like skulls and things along the way, but as far as like a campaign playthrough, I'm just trying to get everything in while I'm like remembering it, trying to keep it fresh. And um, yeah, we had one skull and one terminal on the first mission, so I think this mission has two skulls and a terminal, if I remember correctly. I don't think it has more than two skulls, but it may have three. I'm not really sure. But I'll show you guys the locations of the things that I remember, and then kind of just go through the motions as we go along. Let me get a second here to change my overlay audio and stuff for the game. You should be able to hear it now, the game audio. Alright, let's do this. We're doing mission number 2 of the campaign for Combat Evolved Anniversary, called Halo. Name of the game. Just move some things around. I got my laundry bag next to me. I gotta find a better spot for it. It's stopped me from scooting my chair forward. Alright, we're good, I think. For those of you guys tuning in to watch us on Halo here. Oh, fuck. I gotta sign in. Give me a second. I don't know why I gotta sign in. Was there an update? Message of the day. Okay, let's pull this up. Message of the day, February update. The latest download includes necessary updates to the easy anti-cheat client that should not impact your ability to matchmake. You can read the full patch notes and submit tickets for any issues you encounter on the Halo support site, aka MS Halo Support. See you on the battlefield. Okay, so there was just a major update then. Never mind. Oh, I didn't want to go to that. Whoops. Close out of that window. Alright. This train is running off the rails. Let's get it back on. Alright. Combat Evolved Anniversary. Going to Halo. They don't have any dialogue skulls, otherwise I would put that skull on for like the hidden dialogue and like secret Easter egg shits, but yeah, just the base game. And we're playing on Legendary. Gonna show you guys a couple of the skull locations and the terminal, and then hopefully get through this mission within an hour and a half. I don't suspect it taking longer than 2 hours, but if it does, then I'll definitely need a break before we go on to playing anything else. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. Yeah, let's jump into it.
We're coming in too fast! Damn! Air brake failure! They blew too early! I'm losing her! Right for impact!
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move? the others, the impact. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, like this was so iconic back in the day. Just the fact that you look out and you see the Halo ring all the way across.
Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach. I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash.
Even the original game, though, it doesn't look that bad. Like, you gotta think this came out in 2001. Like, playing this back in the day, holy shit, game changer. 'Cause there were no games like this back in the day, bro. Like, this was the thing to play. Alright, first location for a skull. It's gonna be go to this waterfall where the water breaks. There's a rock here, behind the rock.
Incredibly sophisticated.
I think it's the Mythic Skull, if I remember correctly. It will be right behind this rock.
Alert. Covenant dropship
Right.
inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend
Skull.
immediate evasion.
We're not going to stay and fight these guys. We're going to try to just bypass them. But since I went for the skull, I'm kind of out of position to beat them to the bridge. But we'll still try for it. Since we are playing on Legendary, this is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with these guys. And they're not really part of the main story, so they're not necessary to fight. Or it's not necessary to sit here and fight them all. Yeah. Really big fan of that. Like the landscape and everything, it's just so like iconic. You can't understate the impression that this game had on you, like when it first came out. Like the art and everything about this game was well ahead of its time. Should be 2 Banshees in here. If you decide to fight these guys, killing one of the Banshees will make the other one divert its course and leave you. So I typically recommend doing that if you're trying to just kill everything. It's a lot easier to clear out the area with the Banshees not flying around, but we don't have to fight them. We're just going to walk by. Yeah, I said I was going to bypass them, but they just won't be alone. I'm going to need a little bit of time to clear out this next area with that red elite. The red elites in Legendary they're like the Jackals in Halo 2. The sniper Jackals. Same level of like bullshit and annoyance. So yeah, maybe not 100% necessary to clear them out, but I need time to with that elite up ahead. Damn. I have a new mouse. I forgot to mention I have a new mouse and my melee button is in a different spot. That's tragic because I pushed it and the button didn't move.
Covenant dropships on approach.
Where the button is, this top switch, it's like a toggle. It's not actually a button, so if I push it in, it doesn't go anywhere. And I was fucking with it for a second, and I realized that the button for my melee is right underneath it. So
I recommend moving into those hills.
Still got a little bit of a learning curve going on with this new mouse.
Everyone aboard this lifeboat died
Not sure if I'm completely sold on it yet.
Covenant dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
If I have no issues with this mouse when I play Hell Let Loose, it's going to be a keeper. But if I have like a lot of growing pains with it, trying to play the other games that I enjoy, we're going to be looking at possibly just getting a brand new mouse, the same type as the one we had before. Just because I'd rather just have something that I know works and that I'm comfortable and familiar with, rather than have something I have to relearn, and yeah, it's easier for me. Like if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But the reason I had to replace that mouse is because it was broken, so we had to replace it. Alright, Banshees are gone. Oh, Red Elite there, I gotta move. I have one in front of me as well. This ain't good. This playthrough's already off to a bad start. Yeah, it's a terrible start actually. Fuck. We're gonna have to just push through.
Warning. I've detected
I'm gonna have to do my best to avoid those Banshees at all costs.
I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash. Alert,
Unfortunately, that's not
Covenant
the case.
dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
Yeah, this mission, the very beginning of it, like before you get the Warthog, once you get the Warthog, it's kind of smooth sailing. But if you don't have the Warthog, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare to deal with anything on the map. So like, if you're trying to stand your ground and completely clear out an area, you're probably gonna get really frustrated and use up a lot of your time. I'm trying to make this as efficient as I can with my time. Like I said, I don't want this to be going over 2 hours of playthrough for just one mission, but there's a possibility that may be the case regardless. We'll see how things go. Still, not even the first checkpoint into the game. Alright, this assault rifle's got it. Fucking Christ. Why? My grenade button's not even close to that button. Alright, well. Rocky start already. Wonderful. Plasma pistol's going to be your best friend in this situation coming up, just because there's going to be a lot of elites, and you have to clear out everything just to be able to get the Warthog. So we're going to try here to save as many Marines as we can. I don't like that button already. I almost missed my melee.
Good to see you, sir. Welcome to the party.
It's a mess, sir. We're scattered all over this valley. We called for evac, but until you showed up, I thought we were cooked.
Don't worry, Sergeant. We'll stay here until evac arrives.
And they were saying cooked before it was fucking popular. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy to think. They were saying cooked before it was like trending amongst the TikTok kids. Now it's just like a manner of phrase now, but I didn't know it was still popular back then. Damn, you guys are killing each other. What the hell are you guys doing? Fucking hate this. I feel like I'm sliding around, but these red elites, they fucking move fast. There's no catching them. Once they have some like inertia and like they got their movement going, they can't be stopped. And they're very agile and lethal. Kind of a pain in the ass to deal with them all game long. Like, that's why the plasma pistol is my best friend right now, but I just can't seem to make it work. And that dropship is kind of sticking around longer than I'd like it to.
Keep it up.
Marines, they're just in terrible placement.
Look sharp! Covenant dropship on approach! I could use some help over here!
Random hitboxes of things. I don't know what the plasma pistol's locking onto, but it ain't where I'm shooting. That time I aimed at the tree and I hit the guy. That's crazy. Alright, well, they killed 2 Marines. I think Johnson's one of them. At least 2 Marines are dead. Oh.
I recommend that we stay near the beacon and wait for extraction.
There's like a tree hitbox that I've been hitting this entire time. Lost all the Marines. Yeah, this sequence of the mission is kind of a pain in the ass, and I have a checkpoint at like one of the worst times possible. It's terrible, actually. Would have liked to have saved some of the Marines, but you don't always get what you want in life. Oh, I shouldn't have shot the normal pistol. I should have just got him with the plasma pistol first. Oops. And yeah, we lost all the Marines and sailors. Johnson's right here dead. Bro. Plasma pistol's out of ammo. How many bullets do I got? 27 charge? Yeah, we're gonna have to get a new one. That grenade took forever to cook off, bro. Come on. So he can fuck me up, huh? This game's on that bullshit sometimes. Like I said, the plasma pistol in this scenario is like your best friend. Without the plasma pistol, you wouldn't be able to fight these elites effectively without dying non-stop. Still dying a lot, but it'd be a lot worse without the plasma pistol. Okay, I'm getting shit on by these guys.
This is Pelican Echo 419. Anybody reading me? Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond. Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Fohammer? Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you. Fohammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle. I'm on my way.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers. Roger, Cortana. Okay, Charlie Team, Warthog deployed. Saddle up and give them hell. Roger, Fohammer. Stand by to evac survivors and transport them to safety. That's affirmative. Echo 419 staying on station. Fohammer out.
This cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
Woohoo!
I've hacked into the Covenant battle network. They're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
I am experiencing such a mixture of anticipation and dread. All preparations are complete for my installation. In accordance with the final dictum of the Ecumene Council, I have released myself of all remaining connections to my former station. This was not difficult. What was could never be again. We had seen to that quite thoroughly. Prior to my final journey through the Great Portal, a gathering of my fellow monitors was convened upon the Lightworkers' Crench to distribute the final index collection. It was most unusual to have this vessel of rebirth play host to such an event. Even though Lightworker ships were the only ones still allowed slipspace formations, Lightworkers were responsible for getting us to our places on the active facilities of the array. While all of this was in accordance with the plan, one entirely unsatisfactory breakdown remained. We had no contact with the domain. The history of all Forerunners was now lost to us. We relied upon the permanence of the domain to preserve our record of the events that led to this point. But without that record, would future civilizations know anything about us? Or only of our weapons? My fellow monitor, 049 Abject Testament, had only one comment on this before we went our separate ways.
We deserve to be forgotten.
Perhaps. Perhaps. But now, the portal opens, and through it, the familiar shape awaits. Halo. Home.
Mic check. I hate that so much. My mic just turns off randomly. Alright, well, to summarize my statement that I said, I don't know if you guys heard it, but I'm going to say it briefly here. 343 is a shit show, and Bungie had way better concepts of like keeping lore together. They had a thing called Halo Waypoint back in the day, where if you got a terminal, instead of having to play the game again, you would unlock it in the waypoint. And it's the same with all your achievements, your skulls. Like anytime you did something in Halo that was significant, it would unlock things in Halo Waypoint for you to engage with as far as like lore activities. And even I think there were even like avatars and like achievement things that allowed you to get like certain cosmetics for your Xbox like avatar. And yeah, back in the day, like Bungie did it right. I don't even think Master Chief Collection has like a central hub for the lore things. I think if you wanted to get like those waypoints, or not the waypoints, but those terminals, and like view what the dialogue was or anything like that, you'd have to play the game and then go through it again instead of just having already done it once and just going back to like a menu or something like a codex and viewing it that way. Yeah. Also, the Halo Waypoint, that was how you unlocked the VidMaster. Well, I don't know if that's how. It's how you kept track of your VidMaster progress as far as like unlocking the recon armor back in the day when it was actually like worth going for. But... Bro, now I don't have game audio. Give me a second, guys. Mic check. I can't hear the game. Why is my audio all fucked up? Sorry, if you guys are hearing beeps and boops, it's because my headset's all jacked up. Alright, now I hear audio. What a nightmare. Just turned off randomly. I replaced my mouse, but I'm gonna have to work on replacing my microphone and headset.
File out! Get on it!
But yeah, this mission significantly gets easier just because of the fact that I have a Warthog now. Before, it was a nightmare. It's still going to be difficult, but it's significantly easier. It's going to be smoother operations.
Found him!
Oh no, we got stuck. That's it. We're not going on without a gunner. Sorry. I got wedged and I couldn't back up.
Ow! There's no running!
You know what? I said that I was pretty sure there were only 2 skulls. Part of me thinks that there's a skull in this area. I might be wrong. You know, memory just is all f***ed up because I haven't played the games to the point where I'm like going after all the skulls and things, and I don't know, I would say probably better part of a decade. Whenever this game came out, I did all the lore related things, then just moved on. I just did it one time. Then also, like in the original games, you gotta think I did it as well. So with the Master Chief Collection, you're essentially doing it twice. You've already played the games once.
Oh, man! Come get some!
And then like OG Xbox, there weren't achievements, so like just doing it all back then too, it's like we're just doing it for the sake of unlocking the skull for like further future campaign playthroughs. We'll park the Warthog up here and then move on. Gotta get that bridge. There. That jackal. Killed him with a bullet.
Some mechanism to cross this chasm.
Use the
Look for a
grenade.
control panel or switch.
And whoever put 3 fucking red elites here, you're an ass. Whoever the game developer was that did this, piece of shit. Not just 1, but 3. 3 elites. Yeah, part of me thinks that there's like a chasm somewhere that I have to drop down to get a skull. But I don't know if it's this mission or the Silent Cartographer. I know it's one of the Forerunner places for sure, though. There's like a hidden skull somewhere. Alright, we did that bridge section. Moving on. I will say though, as far as like Forerunner structures are concerned, I don't know what it is, but like Halo 1 did a way better job of like projecting the scale of it and like the alien architecture over any of the future Forerunner like facilities. There's just something else about it. And like the nature of like bringing a vehicle through and navigating the temple or whatever you're in with a vehicle was way better. Like, there's so many sequences in this game where you're driving a tank or a Warthog or Ghost or Banshee through like the Forerunner like compound. You can't do that in the other games because it's like so like narrow and so small. It makes you feel like the facility is a lot smaller than what it actually is. This makes it feel more, like, I don't know, like massive. I will say though, another game that does a good job of like doing Forerunner buildings is Halo Wars. Halo Wars did a good job of keeping the scale, making sure that like you didn't lose the feel that it's like a massive building and not just some small like corridor that you gotta walk through to turn on some like light bridge or something.
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
You know what? I want to go back, check it in the original.
That thing on the left, that's the brake!
Oh, what? Talking shit?
Floor it!
Yeah, even in the original art style, it's really good. It has like that gloomy, like foggy aesthetic to it. It's like it kind of does in this. Like at a distance. Yeah. Ahead of its time, that's for sure. This game was well ahead of its time. The fact that it holds up even today, in like today's standards of video games, like I can't understate how massive this game was at its time. It's a shame that 343 got their hands on it and fucked it up. It really is. The only good game that 343 did was the remaster of Halo 1. And in fact, I'm not even sure that they did this remaster, but then they did the anniversary of Halo 2. And then what else? That's it. That's like the only two that I really enjoyed. Halo 4 is like a hit or miss. Like it's good, but it's also terrible at the same time. Like just the story is fine, but then you got to look at the multiplayer. The multiplayer is garbage. And to me, like Halo is like completion of like it's both of those combined. Like if you got the multiplayer right, that's half the battle. The fact that they fucked up the multiplayer so bad in Halo 4, it can't be forgiven. Yeah, the anniversaries are the only good things that 343's done, aside from putting all the titles together in one game called the Master Chief Collection. I don't want to give 343 any credit for any success that Halo's had. It's a shame that Bungie isn't around to do any work for them anymore. They're all stuck on their Destiny stuff, and they're fucking that up too, in all fairness.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there should be a life pod over here to the left. I'm going to take a sniper rifle from it.
Lifeboat detected. No sign of survivors.
Man, what a mess. The weapons lockers must have broken open. There's weapons and supplies all over the place. Where's the bodies, though?
That dialogue right there, like where he's like, where's the bodies though? This would have been a good time to have like a campaign mission where it's like the Flood are introduced early. If you're into like retconning the game and like implementing like lore aspects that otherwise wouldn't have been present until later.
Showtime!
That would have been a cool dialogue to have in like a Flood situation. Like, where are the bodies though? And they got like dragged away or something. Also, this mission was so cool at the time because depending on how you decided this part of the mission, because there's three separate instances where you got to link up with Marines and help evacuate them. Depending on which one the last one was that you did, that would be where the last cutscene would take place. You'd like see that as like the cutscene essentially in the background. I thought that was so cool because you think of like alternate endings to like campaigns and stuff nowadays. Halo did that first with this. I'm not saying that they're the first game to ever do it. I'm just saying, as far as like major titles go, like it was the first time that it was done was with the original Halo. They don't do that in any of the other Halos now, which is so weird because they had like little tidbits of it in the original Halo. So it's like, why didn't they stay with that? Like where you can have like alternate endings to certain things, like depending on how you decide to go about the mission. It's it's weird to look back on in retrospect and think like how it could have been differently or done differently if they just stuck with it. And actually, give me a moment, guys. I'm on the wrong category on my stream. I just realized I'm on Dead Space still. Whoops. My bad, guys. All right. Now we're good. But yeah, it's just like weird to think of like when this game came out, if they stuck with that trend of like dynamic campaigns where you can change the course of missions and stuff and maybe even change dialogue. You have games that have that now in like role playing aspects, but like the ones I can think of is like maybe like Mass Effect or Fallout, stuff like that. Like those are the big ones. Maybe even Skyrim, but um like Halo had ideas like that in place like well before those games ever existed. And it's just a shame that they didn't stay with it cuz Halo 1 is the only game that has um to my knowledge has like this scenario where you can change the outcome of like a cutscene or like a I don't know. It's not the story doesn't change. It's just like that cutscene, so it makes you think like, okay, what if they went further with that and then changed like the way that the game played out? That would have been so cool, honestly. But yeah, it's weird to see. And it's like also looking at it too. It's like you know how you can keep Marines alive and like you try to keep them as like a like they're not a main character, but you try to keep them with you the entire time. And if they survive, like in theory, they should be with you in the next mission or whatever. Um, my idea of like how Sergeant Major Johnson got off the ring the first time is like he stayed with the Master Chief the entire time. Like like you know how like he approaches you when you're like at the first like conduit that's shooting the light up in the space. Um, if he stayed with you and then got on the Warthog with you and followed you along the entire campaign, like there's no reason that he wouldn't have made it off the ring. If you know, you're really like trying to get in the weeds of it. For those of you guys that play the entire campaign and know what I'm talking about, Master Chief and Sergeant Major Johnson are the only two survivors of the Pillar of Autumn. Not to spoil it, but spoiler alert, I guess. Would have been kind of cool to have like that dynamic where it's like, okay, like if I keep a squad of Marines alive, like they survive the entire campaign and they're in the next game. I don't know. It would have been interesting to see. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter. Little things like that, I think, would have been cool from like the player's perspective.
How'd that feel?
Give them like a little bit more purpose in what they're doing, a little bit more control. Elite, turn your gun.
Take him down.
11 shots left. Let's go back up to the Marines up there.
Found him.
There's some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
Let's just find him, people.
You're a sight for sore eyes, Chief. We're in a bad way. We've got wounded here.
I'll call in a dropship to pick them up.
The cavalry's arrived.
Here, hop in.
Come on, Florence! What the? More of them! Roger that! I see him! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, leave some for me! Firing!
Yeah, without the Warthog, this would be a nightmare to go through this mission. Get in, get in, get in!
Let me out! Fire in the hole!
No, you just killed us, Marine! Why are you throwing grenades?
I'll call in a dropship to pick them up.
Damn asshole.
Look, I'm marked fine.
All you have to do is get in the fucking Warthog.
Let's roll!
Do a grenade right in the passenger seat and then hopped in. Killed all of us.
More! Over here! Nice one! Ain't so tough now, are you? Whoa! Keep it steady! Found him! Let's do it! Like that! Nice shot! There's another one! Roger that! Oh yeah! There it is!
They missed the opportunity to give us free look with the Warthogs. I understand like where you're looking is where you're steering to.
Echo 419.
There's scenarios where it would be nice to have free look.
We read you, Echo 419. We have survivors and need immediate dust off.
We saved
Roger, Cortana.
3 Marines
On
from this
my
group
way.
here.
I've spotted additional lifeboats in your area. One near a rock slide, and another near the cliff edge. Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors. Acknowledged. We're on our way.
Yep. So we just saved these guys. That's cool. And that's the other thing too that was fun about this game. Pick me up for lunch one of these days, I'll buy. Well, hey, you name a day, bro. You name a day. Any day but today, though. Today is a stream day. You want to go tomorrow? Go for some lunch tomorrow or something? Yeah, this is probably my favorite mission in Halo.
There it is!
We got Banshees up ahead.
Stay on target!
Not today or tomorrow. Tomorrow and her eyes have to get dilated. Alright, well, yeah, just name a day, dude. I'm down. Down for a little lunch date. I'm not sure if you're a fan of B-dubs, but I think throughout the week they have like buy one get one free. Get some wings and stuff. That sounds interesting to you. Wednesday? Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, I'll text you a time for it then or something. B-dubs is fire. Okay, then we're going to B-dubs then. We'll get some B-dubs. I've been craving some of their wings anyway.
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
There's another one! Over here! I see him! Got him! Keep it up! Nice shot.
Oh, that was a bad grenade. Or maybe not. Got one. See if we get another one there. Oh, he took cover.
Over here! I'm on it! More! Over here!
He dropped down. We're gonna have to move around, try to get a flank on him.
Search the interior of those structures before we leave.
I'm just gonna park that warthog there, leave him there for a second. Where'd that other elite go? He's gonna ambush me, I feel like. He's not moving. Got body here. Oh, I guess we got him. That over here. Tonight I'm having dinner with Gabby and John anyways for Gabby passing that test. Okay, cool. What you guys gonna have for dinner? You guys cooking or just going out somewhere? Alright, we lost one Marine down here. Let's just push on through so they don't all die. Oh, I missed. Might die here, actually. Yeah, I died. I should let my shields go. She wanted to go to Fuji, a place in Portage has bomb sushi. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Fuji. Yeah, that makes sense. Because Fuji is also a place in Japan. I think it's Mount Fuji, the name of it. It's like a massive mountain out there. He threw one back at me. It's crazy. Alright. Damn, there was a lot of Marines that died here. At least like 6. We gotta clear it out. Alright, let's see if those Marines come through. Oh, they're all just standing here.
Roger that. Marines! Assemble for evac! Pronto!
Follow me!
Are you guys going this way? That's fine. Let's go this way then.
Nobody on this side.
So we got 4 down here. I expect 4 to get on that dropship when it gets here. The Pelican. That'll be sad. Yeah, another Marine dead here. Oh, we got hostile pushing fast. What is this? Is this grunt?
Echo 419 to Cortana. Foehammer's on station and ready for another pickup.
Go up here real quick.
Affirmative, Foehammer. We're ready for
I
dust
cleared it
off.
out.
Approach when ready. We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419. Good luck.
Yeah, as far as sushi's concerned, I've never really been a fan of seafood. Like I'll eat like perch and like walleye and cod, stuff like that, but It's got to be like fried, or I don't know. Salmon's pretty good if you have it grilled, but otherwise, I'm not really a big fan of like raw seafood or like fish in general. Especially shrimp. I hate shrimp. I think it's just nasty because shrimp is basically like a sea bug. Same with lobster and crab. It's just bugs. Bugs in the water. Ooh, no, we just drove off. No, we didn't. We gotta make sure all those guys got on the Pelican. 2, 3, 4. Okay, they all made it. Nice. Alright, one more drop pod, and then that'll be it. Alright, one more drop pod, and then that should be the end of the mission as well.
Nice one.
I think it's this way. I think originally I went that way.
Warning. I've picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. The good news is the captain is still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
Oh, here we go.
Survivors detected. Marines are concealed in those rocks.
No! Meds.
Mate, way to go!
Also, this sequence is the only time that you'll ever see a Marine that's holding a sniper rifle in this campaign. He's not here yet. He's all the way up at the top, but when he gets, if he survives, he'll evacuate in the Pelican. It's the only time you'll see a Marine that has a weapon that's not an assault rifle in this game, or a Magnum pistol.
Over here! I see him! Firing! Covering fire! Need some for me! There it is! Yeah, let's do it! Whoa!
Yeah, like he's shooting up there. You can see the bullets.
Firing! Spread out! Keep it up!
Oh, my passenger's dead. That ain't good. I think I'm next. Drop pod inbound, or drop ship.
Keep it steady! Want some more?
Yeah. The collision for the vehicles in this game is like basically an instant kill for anything that's on foot. So, it's kind of cheesy, but to take advantage of that when you can, be sure to take advantage of that.
That's the best you can do. Keep it steady!
Roger that. I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation.
He's
We
a
should
sniper up
disable
there.
before we abandon the Autumn.
We got 7 up there.
The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
I don't think this gunner is gonna get in the fucking
There's
Pelican.
our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Welcome aboard, Master Chief. Ready for dust off.
Want to make sure all the Marines get on. You don't have to. I like to. I like to make sure that they get on. Yeah, we got 7 Marines that I counted.
Showtime!
All right, sweetheart, get on. You're going the wrong way, dickhead. Over here. Let's go, Marine. We are leaving. Making me quote the Aliens movie. Let's go. Come on. Get on the Pelican, dude. You're not special. I'm special. I'm the Master Chief. Basically the main character here. Let's go. Damn it. Well, we got 6 on board, 1 there. This guy doesn't get on because like the AI doesn't allow it. Happen that way. Fuck it. We'll get him in the Warthog and then just leave him behind, I guess. He'll be in the cutscene. Alright, see you guys. Oh, he's not in the cutscene.
We should move out, Lieutenant, and then we'll need your help on a rescue mission.
Warthog is, though. Alright, people. That's gonna be it for Halo for today. Let me just get a second to get everything squared away here. Yeah, that's the second mission. That's Halo, the name of the game. We got the skulls. It was Mythic and I forgot the second one. Mythic was the first one. Second one is the one above the cave system. And then we got the terminal. It should be the second terminal of the game. I'll try to get this uploaded as soon as I can today, so those of you guys watching on YouTube can get your fix. Otherwise, for everybody on Twitch, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break to get a little snack, and then we'll be back with possibly some Hell Let Loose. Either Hell Let Loose or I'm going to play some Dead by Daylight, one of those two. But yeah, for those of you guys that are curious, we just finished Dead Space 2, so that will also be published tonight, hopefully. That way you guys can get your fix on Dead Space as well. So we're going to be working on finishing Halo, or at least getting a large portion of it done prior to getting on to the next Dead Space game, Dead Space 3. And once we finish Dead Space 3, we'll take our time. We're going to just focus on the Halo stuff for a little bit, and then once we get Halo finished, we'll move on to either Resident Evil or maybe some Silent Hill 2. I've never played Silent Hill 2, so I'm kind of excited for that. I might even play the Gears of War campaign, but unfortunately there's only one Gears of War game on PC. It's the Ultimate Edition. That's not true. They have Gears 4 and 5. They don't have the second and third one, and Gears of War Judgment. Those 3 games are not available for PC for some reason. So until they implement those, we're just going to play the first game, and then I'm not going to play the 4 and 5 out of order. So yeah, we'll just play the first game, get it published on YouTube eventually. But we're not doing that next. We're going to do the rest of the Halo campaigns, and then Dead Space. Or we're going to finish Dead Space 3 after we finish Halo Combat Evolved, but then once Dead Space 3 is done, we're going to finish the other Halo games, and then move on to either Gears of War, Resident Evil, Silent Hill 2, or something else. I'm talking in circles, but I just want to reiterate it so it's in a clear and concise manner. But yeah, for those of you guys watching on Twitch, check out our YouTube channel if you're interested in just the clear and concise gameplay footage of whatever game we're playing at the time. I'm breaking this up into separate videos, so that way you're not getting like 7 hours worth of content for just like one game that you were really worried about playing or watching. We'll have all the Halo stuff separated on our YouTube channel at Hoosier Marine Mac Gaming, as well as all the Dead Space stuff and whatever game we're playing at the time. I think I've got some Hell Let Loose on there. I'm working on trying to get some Dead by Daylight going, and I've got Doom Eternal on there. I don't recommend that game to anybody. It's a dog shit game, but it's there as well if you guys are interested in checking out my takes on it, um, all my bitching and moaning while I was playing that. It's up there on YouTube as well. And then for those of you guys watching on YouTube, if you guys want to participate and be a part of the video, catch us live at Hoosier Marine Mac on Twitch. We're live most days, 7 p.m. Central, but we're possibly looking at changing that timeline a little bit. I'm trying to become a morning person again, so we'll probably start shifting that timeline a little bit more into the AM time frame, so you guys can catch us at, you know, an earlier day or earlier time. That way I can have like longer streams and stuff too. It's easier for me to do that. But anyway, I'm rambling on here. That's going to be it for today with Halo. We just finished Halo on Halo. Second mission on Legendary. Got our 2 skulls and the terminal. And we'll be moving on to the Truth of Reconciliation tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to change games here in a minute. I'm going to do some Hell Let Loose now. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. And we'll be right back for those of you guys on Twitch.